everyone, welcome back to my Fallout 4 Settlement Tour series here with my sole survivor Sin. Today we are doing part 3 of Sanctuary Hills, an incredibly glitchy ass fucking settlement. As you can see, it's disappearing when you turn around. The last two parts was the more public area that isn't behind our wall. We did up one street and down the other street into our no man's land that's all empty and glitched out. Today we are starting in the main proper area of Sanctuary. Now, last time I said I'm going to go down the street again and then back up. However, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in the circle and then I'm going to stop just at that place. And then I'm actually going to start the final part at that little fun place over there. So instead of starting at, actually, we'll start at this building. Actually, that makes tons of sense. It's a little weird here. And also, I will say my game glitched at one point, and for some reason, everything in this world shifted over. And I don't know how, I just kept reloading saves until everything shifted back. So if anything looks weird in here, the game broke like wicked bad. Now, the farmers here aren't like the farmers in the other settlements. They are 100% here because they want to do this job. This is the job they chose. So they do live quite well. They do live together. There are at least four of them who live together, but like, come on, look at this place. Start over here with bedroom number 1. See, single bedroom, quite large. Assume probably some like the overseer. Actually, kind of depends. This might all be compensating for the fact that you sit right next to the cows. The cows are right there. This is so flimsy. There's holes in the roof. You're hearing cows all night. I love this little area. It's quite cramped, but like they don't have a lot of downtime, so who cares? They do have tons of food though. Ramen steaks. Next door is another farmer's room. This one's a little more bare. Got like some of the necessities, a few couple special things. I do to kind of give this room a bit of a different, like a little open at one end. I did make this wall crooked like this, and it's really cool actually. I really like it. It lines up like really well. I was really proud of myself with this one. Over here we have supplies. Mostly it's extra food, stuff for them for personal use. Closet, nothing special, just extra supplies for gardening specifically. I love this closet door, I use it all the time. 2 more bedrooms. A lot smaller, probably the newbies. Newbies with questionable taste, but newbies nonetheless. They just started, they don't get any special treatment. Oh, dog meat, that's where you've been. I've been looking for you for like, wait, is that dog meat? Is that you? Hey, Doglo dead. Dog meat, you alive? Hey, you dead? No, he's wiggling. Alright, he's fine. It's another basic room. This person's like probably like brand new. They don't even have anything up except for a couple of things on the wall. Laundry, it's pretty basic. They don't have access to water, so they do have to wash by hand, but they do got a machine dryer, so that's pretty cool. In here is their bathroom. They got 2 showers. And I believe there has to be an outhouse outside because where are they pooping? This is like the 4th video in a row where I've said the word pooping. It's just becoming really funny to me. Obviously, farmer's got a farm, so we do have up next the farm. Shocker, big surprise. Hold for confusion and elation of. We have a farm stand that actually has someone who usually works over here. It's just quaint. They sell some of the vegetables. This isn't really meant for public use. It's more for people who live here. They'll come and they get fresh produce and then other pros. Preston, what the fuck are you doing? That ain't your job. Guess, whatever. Do whatever. So, Sturgis is on the roof and he's picking plants. Okay. Tell me how that makes sense, boys. In here, we're going to ignore that area for now because that is part of a different building. We have a place for all the Brahmin. I didn't have time to try and hope I could spawn some Brahmin, so there is none here, unfortunately. But they have a barn to go during sleep time. and a nice fresh, surprisingly healthy patches of grass to eat from, but they also got tons of cabbage. Don't think you can plant, it's just a mod that adds them in there. Ramen, mostly used for milk, however, I think they would also have a few for meat, but it's not their main, source. Actually, at some point, I really like to do that. I'd like to do a ranch with animal, like just because you gotta know like where the heck is all this meat coming from? Because there's meat all over the place, but they don't have any animals like big farms that can produce a lot of meat like that. This is where they produce their vegetables. Yeah, okay, I love you, Preston. I really do. They got all types of vegetable here and plenty of it. We are like the second biggest producer of vegetables in the Commonwealth. Definitely for like quote unquote personal use. Babies here, stuff that I don't think would survive well in the harsher like Boston winters. You want to make sure you keep your seedlings alive so you can always have a quick start. I love this. I can't remember what mod does this, but it adds a little signs to what your little sprouts are. It's quite a big garden. I think it has 4 or 5 workers on it. Oh, duh. There's 4 workers because well, I say that. There's 4 workers because there's 4 beds. However, Preston here is doing someone else's job. Not your job. Preston, you're my favorite. Well, okay. Second favorite. Don't tell Deacon I called you my favorite. He's my favorite. Like I said in the last video, first punishment is public shaming if you do any minor crime. So one part of that is possibly being stuck up here for a few hours while people hear someone yell about what stupid crime you did. Which is honestly better than just being executed. You should be working, sir, instead of bitching about stuff. Now, I build a lot of like structures. I have never built a structure I've loved more than this church that's coming up. You have to come in here. During part 1, I mentioned there is a second graveyard. This is the church graveyard. Mostly it is primarily people of some form of faith because this is the what's the church called? It's like the church in Diamond City where everyone you can worship whatever the heck you want, though it does give a very Christian Catholic vibe to it inside, you'll see. Actually, that's a lie. The groundskeeper lives here. He does live on his own, but looks like there is a partner involved. I wonder who. It's actually it's cramped, but he has have a wardrobe and a bed, living room and kitchen. Ooh, shit. Do not look over there. I see a lot of his meals being like eaten at the diner, which is in town, or even maybe hanging out with the priest a little bit because they're buddies. Got a couple graves here and a fresh one getting ready to be dug out for someone. In here is the church. Oh, this is so nice. Collection tray as you come in, just leave a couple things for us. You get your special reading materials here, which you'll see a couple on the pews. A lot of crosses. So it is a mixture of a lot of Catholic stuff. However, this is actually a completely different religion. I don't really know what you would call it, but they basically do small blood sacrifices to this angel lady. There's a whole thing about it in my brain, probably. This is how it looks from here. It actually looks so cool. Like the yellow glow and the shadows, it just makes this place feel dark. Whoa, what the fuck are you doing? But it's supposed to feel dark. It's supposed to feel like moody because this place isn't quite right. Very Cthulhu-esque. But my favorite part is these windows here. They are a mod and they're actually doors. But I decided that, well, they could be just stained glass windows that you can open. It's actually, these ones open the right way and then that one opens the other way because they kept hitting the angel. And this is just a statue made really big. I thought she looked really cool and she like just barely fits with like the rafter on her shoulder. Like she's literally holding up this church on her shoulders. Love her, but also give her blood. Give her blood sacrifice. Well, blood sacrifice for not evil things. Real quick though, I gotta go back up here to around this corner. We have a couple of confessionals. Oh shit. And a couple confessionals. I tried to like make it look like it is secure. Like people aren't really gonna know who's talking, but you can still see, there's still some sort of fencing in the way. Kind of just make it look like it close to a confessional as I could. Upstairs now is where they live, so we're just gonna go around these pews again. I wish that there was a spotlight that wasn't the yellow lighting, because like I wanted this entire place to be orange, and then it's just bright white. It's so grating. In here we have more wash. You'll notice a trend that like it feels more civilized if they have a washer and dryer. Got a bathroom though. It's a pretty basic bathroom. I mean, it's for the priest. Oh, here it though is warm water. They do try to keep their blood sacrifices sterile at the end, so there's plenty of water to clean up afterwards. Also, the priest probably loves taking a hot bath. He's not super corrupt, so it's fine. Got a kitchen area. This is real fun. This is kind of alone. The priest's kind of a lonesome fella. So there's one chair, a little tiny little kitchen with tons of wine, mostly for service. I swear, he swears. Printing room to print up pamphlets, other sort of religious materials that he might want to share with his people. Love this room. In here we have, I guess this would be considered the living room. There is an extra seat. Maybe he does sometimes have guests over, which is probably just the gravekeeper. A nice view of town. Sit there, watch the judged people over on the little things around the tree. Which, by the way, if you noticed, those are built around the tree. Very good center point of town. This is the... Oh, shit. Okay, not sure how that happened. This is the bedroom. Those are supposed to be on the table. It is the priest's uniform, as well as some medics. He seems to have a problem, probably chronic pain. He's probably an older gentleman. Drinks a lot, though. I'm starting to see a trend that I think he might be an alcoholic. That's so spooky. It's like, woo, 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 in your eye. I don't honestly know how that happened. That could be part of the shift that happened, but I couldn't tell you. Now, for the final part, I will take you up to the bell tower, because this was really funny. This this was a very big-brained moment for me. Here we are at the top of the bell tower. So the bell is a big incense burner. It's from the witch mod, but I'll show you in a second on the way out. But it looks so much like a bell. Now that we're up here, though, you can. Oh, I forgot to mention, we got a water tower. Obviously, it makes water. That's more like the water reserve tower. It's for plants only, irrigation systems and such, separate from the fresh water we get from the system over there. I would say consider it's interesting because you would think everyone who lives beyond the walls would be the lower part of society, but this feels more like the common people. Oh, Lord, God, I'm stupid. I'm sitting here like, oh, so I'm done. This is this is it. Yep, this is the place of the common people. And then I realized I missed an entire whole ass building. Let's go back down. Oh my God. This is why people you shouldn't as the TikTokers say garden and then record a video at midnight. Also, I recorded all three sections that so far at a time. So it's getting mushy. My brain is soup and I am tired. But let's go over next door. Problem is I can't really put this off for much longer because I'm going to be working for the next like 4 days in a row, so I don't have time. This place is interesting. I thought for a while about Well, what are these people going to do? Let's just learn when they want to have children. It's not really smart to waste space in your home for babies, and the clinic's full of sick people, so you have to come. You're going to come in here and have your babies at the maternity house. This is the waiting area. I like to think they chose a lot of yellow because it's very calming. This is where the head nurse sits and takes people in. Plenty of special books for expecting mamas. We have our army of prams to take the babies out. Seating area for any of the partners of the expecting or other family members who are waiting, just in case if any complications happen, they can have a snack and some coffee as they wait for the birth. There are quite a few rooms in here. Obviously, not all of them are full at the moment because we are still a developing town. We have spare stuff in here, but you'll see soon that each room kind of has similar vibes. We have our first fully furnished room. Every room is basically going to be the same. We have a fireplace to keep everyone warm, bassinet for the baby, changing table and clean sheets for both beds, a towel for baby spit up, and a nice painting so people don't feel sad. And a little bit of soundboarding to try to make sure no one hears tons of crying babies all the time. I'm not going to obviously skip them because some of them do have little differences. This one specifically looks like the mom has radiation poisoning, so she's getting that cleared up first before she delivers. Room 3 is currently being unoccupied. Okay, that's another thing you'll see. That room was occupied. This one's unoccupied as the bedding is over here and the fireplace is out, but they do have a different bassinet and painting. We'll go outside in a second. Room number 4 is occupied. They looks like they moved over the bedding. Mom is out doing something because she's no longer like in the room. Obviously, these don't work as real beds, so there's not going to be any NPCs on them, but pretend that down means that someone's out. Number 5 is also occupied. As you could had seen over there, there was a pram missing. It's over here. It looks like mom's going out with her baby for a little stroll. However, it doesn't look like she's doing too good because she needs the wheelchair and she needs a pillow to like get comfortable. She got a nice blue painting. Room 6 is occupied. Nothing really that special. Pillows just sort of hanging out there. Looks like mom was just kind of chilling against the wall. Room 7 looks like mom wasn't doing too good. She's getting a blood transfusion. And the blanket is being set for a baby. So this was probably an active, quote unquote, active delivery room. In behind what should have been a closed door is supplies. I Blood should obviously be in the refrigerator, so we're gonna pretend that's not all blood, and blood is in the refrigerator. So you're getting, fresh blood. We do have plenty of stations to clean yourself. In here is the access to the nursing station, as well as some music that the nurses can listen to. Their rooms, quite small. They only have a few personal objects for themselves, mostly books to keep themselves smart, clothing for baby stuff. You can't give them dirty bedding, and there's plenty of blood going on in this place. That gets locked up as well as this should. I think I can't close it. The one tragic thing is there is only one bathroom, so nurses and also the mothers have to share the bathrooms. There's probably a real strict schedule on that one. Of course, they have access to a nice outdoor area. This has come through here. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but they can come on down here. Nice ramp. Ramps over here. And you can just sit and relax and slide down the hill because this is such a hilly area. And it has a little pond. I don't know why. I just thought it would be fun, like, if they could, get this area to keep water instead of just obviously it sinking in the ground. It makes a cute little feature. You sit out here, you can relax with your partner after a long labor. dip your feet in the water, stuff like that. But now this is the end of the tour because I can't believe I had totally missed this building. I wanted a place to sort of give that realistic feel of in a post apocalyptic world, what would be the safest option for someone to give birth? And that would be in a very strict, quote unquote, clean environment, hence the labor house. Next time we start at the diner, and it will be the last video for this sanctuary, and possibly the last video of this save with this soul survivor. Hopefully, when I update the game, I don't lose everything, and this sanctuary can stick around, but this save will probably not, and I have no interest in using the blueprints mod to get this place up in a different save because there's so much stuff, which sucks because it is a really cool sanctuary, I think, in my own opinion. I hope everyone liked it though. Until next time, bye!